Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Q&A. This video has been highly requested and I've kept putting it off honestly because I'm really nervous to film this video and I don't know why. Like, I'm really nervous right now to get into these questions and to film this video, and it's honestly just because I don't really like filming these sit down videos where I'm talking to the camera and like the whole video is nothing but my face and me talking. I just get really nervous for these types of videos, but hopefully you guys enjoy it and you could just turn this on and listen to it like it's a podcast. That's what I love to do with Q&As and sit down videos. I will just turn them on the speaker in the kitchen and get some cleaning done or wash the dishes. Anyway, like I said, today's video is a Q&A and I got a ton of questions. I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram, and I also went under the community tab here on YouTube and asked you guys to ask me questions. That's why you have to make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel so that you can see when I post on the community tab. And also, if you have Instagram, make sure that you're following me so that you can ask questions over there as well when I do these Q&As. And I just hit 60,000 YouTube subscribers just a few hours ago, so thank you guys so much for that. Thank you for subscribing and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. So as a way to celebrate hitting 60,000 and as a way to say thank you to you guys, I'm going to be doing 3 separate gift card giveaways here on my channel. I usually just do one big giveaway and there's only one winner, but I wanted more of you to be able to win this time, so that's why I'm doing 3 separate giveaways. We are doing the first giveaway today. In this video, I'm giving away this $25 Starbucks gift card. And since I'm doing multiple giveaways, this giveaway is only going to last for 48 hours, just so that we can do the next giveaway hopefully like this weekend, and then the third one a couple of days after that. So to enter this giveaway, the first thing that you have to do is first be sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, because this giveaway is for my subscribers. Then you just have to give this video a thumbs up and then just leave me a comment down below, and the winner will be randomly chosen from the comments. And I will reply to the winning comment and announce the winner on the community tab in 48 hours. Okay, so now it's time to quit putting this off and just get started with this Q&A. There was so many questions. There is no way that I'm going to be able to get to all of these questions today. I'm going to save the deeper, most asked questions for closer to the end of this video, and then I will knock out some of these smaller questions here at the beginning of the video. This first question is from one of my Instagram followers, and she says, is it hard living far from your family? So if you don't know me very well, I live in Arizona and my family lives all the way in Pennsylvania, so over 2,000 miles away from me, but most of my husband's family does live here in Arizona. She says, is it hard living far from your family? Yes, of course it definitely is hard, but I guess it's just something that I've become accustomed to over the past few years. We've been married for almost 7 years. So I've lived this far away from them for almost 7 years. And usually we only get to see my family maybe about twice a year. So it's definitely hard, but my husband does have a really big family out here in Arizona, and we usually get to hang out with them every weekend. So I'm very thankful for all of them. It definitely helps with living so far from my family to have my husband's big family living nearby. Somebody says, will you ever do a day in the life video? I recently did a day in the life video. I'll link the recent ones that I've done down below. And lately I don't specifically label them as day in the life videos. I'll usually label them as something else, and maybe at the end of the title it will say like weekend vlog or something like that. I don't like to just label them day in the life because then they don't do very well in the YouTube algorithm. The Butterfly Planner on Instagram says, what's your favorite thing about Arizona? I have a lot of things that I love about Arizona, and probably my top favorite thing is just how beautiful it is here, especially in the valley that we live in. It's just so pretty with all of the mountains and stuff, and I do love that we don't get a lot of snow in the winter. Of course I miss snow in the winter time, but it's also nice in a way as well because you don't get the really cold weather and stuff. Somebody asked, what is you and your hubby's love story? We actually did a how we met type of video. We kind of vlogged our date night, and then on the drive home we sort of quickly told our how we met story and stuff, so I will link that video down below. Next question is, how long have you been married? On September the 8th we will have been married for 7 years, which I cannot believe. Someone asked, how long have you lived in your current house? We have lived in this house for 6 years. That same person has 2 other questions as well. Her second one is, have you been a Christian your whole life? And yes, I have. I grew up going to church. My family is all Christians, and I prayed to become a Christian and got baptized when I was only 6 years old. And me and my brother actually got baptized on the same day. My brother is 3 years older than me. He also lives in Pennsylvania. And her third question, does it sometimes bother you to have to travel an hour for groceries, etc.? We live an hour from town. If you're not familiar with my channel or with me, we live an hour from town because we live pretty far out in the country, and there is pros and cons to that. The pros being that I love living out in the country. I love where we live. It's so pretty. I like being far away from tons of people and stuff, but then at the same time there's a lot of cons because you're not close to the grocery store. You can't just run to town and get something if you run out of it. This next question is a good one. She says, what's your favorite thing or part about having a YouTube channel? And probably my favorite thing is when I get messages and comments from you guys about how much that my channel has helped you or how much that I've inspired you and stuff, and I just can't believe that little old me has inspired and motivated so many people. It's very humbling, and I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Probably my second favorite thing is the income. I'm able to bring in a full-time income from YouTube, which has been amazing, has helped us to be able to save up for a future house and just helped us to be able to go on our vacation that we're gonna go on in 2 weeks. That has just been a huge blessing that I'm so grateful for. Ashley from Instagram asked, are you planning on homeschooling? Yes, I am planning on homeschooling Kyle, but we're gonna get a late start. We're probably not gonna get started until like the end of September, just because we're going on this big trip here in a few weeks. So I got a ton of questions on Instagram and YouTube about why I wear skirts, dresses, why I don't cut my hair, like all of that kind of stuff. And this top question under the YouTube community tab, it got 15 likes, so I assume that people want to know the answer to this. She asked, what are your beliefs as far as wearing dresses and makeup? I am born again and have thought many times about only wearing dresses, and I'm curious to get your opinion on it. I've got my Bible here because I want to be able to answer this question the best that I can, and so I want to reference some verses here from the Bible. I'll just go down through and read the other questions that are related to this so that we can just answer all of these questions in one bulk question. So another person asked, why did you grow your hair so long? Do you ever plan on cutting it? How long has your hair been that length? So my hair is very long. It probably almost touches my knees. It is very long. I'm generally interested in why you choose to wear skirts / dress modestly. I don't know how to exactly word it so that it doesn't sound disrespectful. I'm genuinely curious and love and respect that you do. Hannah O'Reilly said, is your modest attire a personal choice or more religion-based? Love your channel. So I will answer all those questions as one bulk question, and then we'll go over to the Instagram questions and ask the ones and answer the ones that were related to that as well. So basically, in a whole, everybody just wants to know, why do I only wear skirts and dresses? Why don't I wear pants? This is probably one of my most asked questions that I get in the comments of my YouTube videos. Sometimes I don't get very nice comments about that, but I delete them. You guys never see them. But I've had people tell me that my skirts are ugly and that why are you wearing such an ugly long skirt, and just to give you a little taste of what those comments sound like. I don't get them very often, but I have gotten them before. So people want to know, is it a personal choice or is it a religious choice? It is both combined into one, I guess. It is something that I feel personally convicted to do. It's a personal conviction that I want to try to dress as modestly as I can and wear skirts and dresses, trying to look ladylike and modest. I try to follow everything that the Bible says, and the Bible does speak about a woman dressing modestly. So a few scripture references are Deuteronomy 22:5 and Matthew 5:28, and then 1 Timothy 2:9. It talks about women adorning themselves in modest apparel. So basically, in a nutshell, it's a personal and religious conviction that I choose to dress modestly and ladylike, and everybody has their own interpretation on what they feel like modesty looks like, but this is just how I choose to dress. And as far as my hair goes, why it is so long and why I don't cut it, there is a few scriptures that I can reference to, and these are all in 1 Corinthians. There's 1 Corinthians 11:3, 5, 6, 14, and 15. So 1 Corinthians 11 verse 5 and 6 talks about how that when a woman prayeth and prophesieth, that her head head needs to be covered. And if you go down to verse 15, it says, but if a woman have long hair, it is a glory for her hair is given her for a covering. And so because of that verse, we believe that our hair is our covering, and that's why we don't cut it. We leave it long. And I also got asked why I don't wear a covering. That's because I'm not Mennonite or Amish. Usually the Mennonites and Amish will wear the covering over their head because that's what they believe is their covering. And everybody has their own beliefs on this as well, just like that. Like they believe in covering their head that way. We believe in having our hair as our covering. Hopefully that explains why I don't cut my hair. You can go and read 1 Corinthians 11. Just the whole chapter is a really good chapter to read all about that. So hopefully that answered that question. If I didn't answer it as much as you wanted me to, then you can ask me more down in the comments. You can also message me and email me. I've talked to people personally, like through messages and emails, more about like what I believe and stuff like that. So if you ever are actually interested in that kind of stuff, then just feel free to email me or message me or anything like that. So now we will get into the next most asked questions. I got so many questions about this. I expected to get a lot of questions about this because every time that I do a Q&A, I always get asked this question a ton. And that question is, do we want to have any more kids? I got so many questions. Are you expecting on having any more kids? Do you want any more kids? Do you guys want any more kids? Do you see any more kids in your future? And then somebody said, when are you having a baby girl? I have no idea. And honestly, after having 2 boys, I would be totally fine with just having boys. I love being a boy mom, and I love that I have 2 boys that can be best friends and brothers. But to answer the question, at this point in time, we have no idea if we want to have any more kids or not. Right now, we're just really enjoying just having 2 kids. We're really enjoying the boys. I feel like that I couldn't give the boys as much attention as I'm able to now if I had a 3rd one. I don't know. I'm just really enjoying just having 2 and having the boys. And we just haven't made up our mind yet. So this question kind of goes back to the previous question about the whole skirt wearing thing. She said, do you ever find it to be intimidating wearing a skirt in public? I don't think that I've ever actually felt intimidated wearing a skirt in public. I mean, I wear skirts and dresses all the time. Somebody asked, any suggestions for a great marriage? I don't know how many suggestions I could give. We've only been married for almost 7 years, so it's not like we're that experienced. But I think one of the top things is communication, and also just taking time for each other, taking time for date night, whether it's a date night at home if you can't get somebody to watch the kids, or we live an hour from town, so we don't get to go out on a date very often. So we like to have date nights at home. And a book that I think that every married couple should read or listen to is The 5 Love Languages. It is a really good book, and I highly recommend that. I also had a few people ask if we are still planning on moving, or they asked any news on the house hunt. I had posted a video a couple of months back saying that we were house hunting a little bit, just kind of looking around. We are still looking. We've been looking this whole past year, but we just haven't found anything. There's been a couple of different factors that I think we're just going to wait until the end of the year and then see what happens. Keep on looking, and I don't know, if we can't ever find anything, we may just have to end up building someday or something. We'll just see what the future holds. Okay, so this video is getting super long. I'm trying to wipe out as many of these questions as I can, but I might just have to cut it off here in a little bit because it's getting so long. And this is another home related question. Someone says, is your home right now your forever home, or are you thinking of moving? This house is not our forever home. We don't own this house. It is our dream to have our own house someday and just a place that's ours. So we are still planning to move. We just don't know when that's going to be. Someone asked, are you still living in your hometown? If not, where are you from? Which do you like more? So like I said, I'm from Pennsylvania. That's where I grew up for the first 18 years of my life until I got married. Moved out here to Arizona. She asked, which do I like more? And like I said, I think I like Arizona more than Pennsylvania. Vilma asked, Hannah, will you be doing more DIY videos? I hope to do more DIY videos in the future. Someone asked, can you talk about homeschooling, the why and the how? I guess she means like why I want to homeschool Kyle. Kyle is 5 years old, for those of you who don't know. So I would be starting him in kindergarten this fall, hopefully at the end of September. So I would say there's probably only about 2 different schools that he could go to here in the area, and I don't really want to send him to either of those. So we are just going to be homeschooling for now. Maybe we can do some online school. If we would ever live somewhere where we had a good private Christian school nearby, I would possibly consider sending him to it. He also told me that he wants to homeschool. He doesn't want to go to school. So so it's his choice as well. Life with Kay said, what editor do you use for your videos? I use iMovie on my MacBook Pro. Do you plan to have more children? I just talked about that, and she says that she absolutely loves me and my channel. Thank you. Somebody asked, where do I buy my skirts? Go and follow me on Instagram because I share like modest outfit ideas over there. How often do you get to see your family in Pennsylvania? Did you both come from a big or small family? My husband came from a really big family. He has 9 siblings, so there was 10 total. I came from a little bit smaller of a family. I only have 2 siblings, and I usually get to see my family from Pennsylvania about twice a year. I'm gonna try to wipe out about 3 more questions, and then we will just end this video because I know it's getting super long. Probably most of you are not even still watching this video. If you're still watching this video at this point in time, let me know down in the comments. Somebody asked how old I am. I am 25 years old, and I had a couple of different people ask this question, why my husband doesn't come out in my videos. That is because he is working all day, every day. He has a full-time job. He's a farmer. I'm always filming my videos during the day when he's at work, so he doesn't get to be in my videos very often unless I film on the weekend or in the evening, which I don't do very often, but he was in one of my most recent videos that I filmed on a Saturday. Ruth Ann Naylor, I've seen her comment on a lot of my videos. She said, and if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? I guess she means like on vacation. I love to travel, and I have a lot of places that I would love to go to in the world. I would love to go to Germany and Spain and Italy. I think those would be really awesome places to go to over in Europe. I would love to go to Bora Bora or the Maldives, just dreaming big here. Me and my husband are actually going to get to go somewhere that is a bucket list place for me for our 7-year wedding anniversary, and we're hopefully going to film some of it, so stay tuned for that video. We're going to be heading there in about 2 weeks, so I'm super excited about that. We did get to go to Maui a few years ago. It was like 3.5 years ago. That was definitely a bucket list place for me. This was another person that asked why my husband never shows up in my YouTube channel. I just explained that. How long did you guys date until you got married? We only dated about 4 months before, no, we dated like 3 months before we got engaged, and then we were only engaged for like 1 month before we got married. So it was a super short dating and engagement period, but it was meant to be. We both just knew that we were the person for each other, and yeah, when you know, you know, and we both just knew. Brianna asked, do you ever plan on moving to a bigger home? Like I said earlier, we do plan on moving. I don't know if it's gonna be a bigger house or a smaller house. I have no idea. I think that the size house that we have now is fine. Like, I'm not striving to have a bigger house than this. We just would like to own our own place. And she said, if so, do you still want to have acreage? Yes, we would love to have at least like 5 to 10 acres at our future house, because we would love to have more chickens. My husband would love to raise rabbits. I'd love to have a horse someday or something like that. So it would just be fun to have a couple of acres that we could do something like that. What is your favorite dinner to eat and make? As far as what's my favorite to cook, probably just anything easy, like a crock pot meal or a soup. I would say soup is one of my favorite things to cook because they're so easy to just piece together. It's probably also one of my favorite dinners is just a good hearty chili with like corn chips, a little bit of sour cream, some fresh shredded cheddar cheese. It's the best, especially in the cooler months. I just had to replace the camera battery. That's probably a cue that I should just end this video because it has gotten way too long. You all are probably sick of hearing me talk. Hopefully I didn't babble too much and you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Hopefully you got to know me a little bit better on a more personal level than just my formal like cleaning videos. This is more of like a personal type video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you are still watching at this point, probably most of you are not still watching this video because it got so incredibly long. And there was a ton more questions that I could have answered, so I'll just have to do another Q&A in the future sometime. If you guys enjoy these sit down type videos, you can let me know down in the comments. Maybe I can overcome my fear of filming these types of videos. And don't forget to enter the giveaway to win this $25 Starbucks gift card. Just be sure you're subscribed to my channel, like this video, and leave me a comment down below. I will choose a random winner from the comments in 48 hours. So keep checking your YouTube notifications if you enter the giveaway. And I also hope that the lighting was okay. This house has really bad light and I probably shouldn't have sat like right beside a lamp. Also noticing that that picture is crooked. That has probably bugged you guys for this whole video, so I am sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will see you in a few days with a brand new video. Bye, thanks for watching.